I'm here at Ras al Hadd, and this is my hotel in the background here I'm staying at. But today my mission is to find the turtles. Ras al Hadd is one of the most prolific places, definitely in the Middle East, but probably in the world, to find turtles. I'm here at the furthermost corner of Ras al Hadd beach. This is the beach that starts at the reserve. I'm actually in the reserve, and it goes all the way up to the point of Ras al Hadd. It's amazing this time of the year. I'm in July. There's so much green turtle around, and my plan is to find the turtles and try and film them and see what's what. Before going onto the beach, I like to blow down my tires. I normally take them down to about 15 psi, from about 35 psi down to 15 psi, and that really helps you in the sand. As a matter of fact, you have to do it, or else you'll just get stuck. Turns the vehicle into a tank. Eastern point of the Middle East, Ras al Hadd, and man, is it beautiful. Here on the most eastern point of the Middle East, Ras al Hadd, this point where I'm standing here actually is the tip of the peninsula, and I want to show you how the turtles' nests look. This is the green turtle, and you can see the track coming in here, and there's tracks all along here. Look how wide these tracks are. I mean, that must be from there to there. This is his belly going along, and his flippers, or should I say her flippers, she's the one that's coming to lay the eggs. And here's her hole. She's dug this hole nice and big and deep. She's laid her eggs down there somewhere, and covered it with sand. So down here there must be eggs. You don't want to ever walk into these holes. Don't ever let your kids play in turtle holes, because you never know, there could still be eggs down there. And then once she's finished her thing here, she's gone back out to sea. So you can see here, they came out, did their thing, and back into the sea. I have never seen as many turtles as I do now. There's turtles all over the beach here. I want to try and see if I can get a shot of them. They're right along the beach here. This water is amazing. The turtles are just like 10 meters that way. There are so many turtles here. There must be 10 just within 100 meters of me, maybe probably more. Look at them. You can come here pretty much any time of the year and sea turtles. But this time of the year, here in the middle of summer, they breed and they lay their nests and they lay their eggs in these huge nests they dig up on the beaches. And the green turtle can grow up to 190 kilos. Some have actually been recorded over 200 kilos. Incredible. They can live up to 80 years. The green turtle gets its name from the green fat underneath its shell or carapace. It's not actually a green turtle. They're more like olive color, more darker color. But they get their name from the fat. If they died and you took the shell off, you'd see glowing green fat, which is incredible. Fascinating animal. The female actually lays her eggs or creates a nest in the same place she was born. And these animals can travel worldwide. They're generally found in tropical and subtropical areas. But there's no reason why a green turtle from Oman can be found in Eastern Africa or the Seychelles or even India. So these guys are huge travelers, but they know how to come home. And this environment here behind us is the exact right environment. So you have the shoreline meeting the sea, they swim out, they walk for 20 or 30 meters, they make their nests, and they go back into the sea. The green turtle eats seagrass, and it's actually one of nature's amazing things. When the turtle eats the seagrass, it doesn't like rip out the roots, it just snips off the right amount, which actually allows the seagrass to grow correctly, which it's just such amazing, you know, nature is so amazing like that. Sea turtle is one of Ras al Hadd's greatest attractions. Ras al Hadd traditionally is literally here because of fishing. The Omanis have a great maritime link to the sea, but today it's much more tourism, and people come from all over the world to see these turtles. We can pick something up. All the Omani fishermen are looking at me as I go past with their mouths open. They all get out their cameras because they want to take pictures of me. They can't believe a guy on his own on a little boat like this wants to go to sea. It's crazy. That's the point. You can see the towers behind me. I don't know if you can. I'm pulling 4 lures. Two's on the 2 on the ends are Rapalas, a plastic lip halka Rapala and a deep diver extra. Pulling a little red squid on the TLD, and on the twin power casting reel I've got a cedar plug, a redhead cedar plug. The reason I use a cedar plug actually while I'm trolling on a dinghy is that cedar plug is so versatile. You can pull it anywhere in the spread, you can pull it pretty much at any speed. But the key is that if something comes up next to me, I go past a shoal of something on the surface, or something flotsam in the water, or a buoy, I can literally take that out and cast it. It works just like a stick bait in a way. So the cedar plug doubles so well because, you know, on a dinghy you don't have chance to bring the line in, tie on a popper, tie on a stick bait, and then get it. The shoal's long gone by the time you do that. So I'm about a mile off the point. We're in really deep water now. and the weather seems to be okay. I've run into the weather, so if the weather does pick up from here, I can just run back downwind. There's a good meter and a half. I'm sure you can't see it, but there's a good meter and a half in the sea. About 15 knots of wind is just about before it starts white capping. So let's hold thumbs and we get a hookup.
The fishing wasn't that great, but I managed to land a small bonito tuna. After letting the little tuna go, I worked my way back to the safety of the lagoon.
So I just hooked up with some of the local Omani guys. It's quite interesting. They're using these 32-foot Royal crafts now. They're sort of upgrading themselves from the 25-foot traditional single Omani fishing boat to a much bigger boat, which is good news. Actually, you'll be able to cool the fish properly. They'll be able to store the fish, catch the fish quicker, travel farther, safer, having 2 motors on the back of the boat. So it's pretty cool. They got one small yellowfin I saw in there, is about 25 to 30 kilos, and they said they got him in the windy side of Ras al Hadd, which is obviously east, sorry. And yeah, they said it's about 20 kilometers off the coast, which is an impossibility for a little boat like this. It's pretty cool. I'm here back inside the lagoon, you can see behind me, and I'm in amongst all those turtles again. I'm trying to be really quiet because they're so skittish. You can see them all around me here. So I've put my free diving stuff on, and I'm going to try and get into the water quietly and see if I can get some film. They're all fully grown green turtles. There's a couple of them even mating. Actually, I think that's why they're in here. I mean, they're all around. They're just sticking their head up all the time around me. There must be 20 just around me here. Wow, what an insane experience. That is so amazing. What an amazing experience. I'm so in awe of it. I'm just so hoping that some of that footage was captured. So what seems to happen is that the female goes and sits in the sand at the bottom and stays like that, and then the males congregate around her and they all test her out. And when they do connect, they come to the surface and they kind of bob their heads on the surface while they're mating. I mean, I've never swum around with so many turtles. I mean, the visibility is not great, but you can just see these dark shadows all around you, and they're all huge, like at least a meter wide. Their shells, you know, they all must be well above 50 kilograms, all of them. So they're all probably more like 80 or 90 kilograms, huge things. And they're so skittish, you just go near them. Thank God I had the GoPro on the long pole, and that's why I'm hoping that footage, as soon as I swim near them, off they swim.
Later that night, I worked my way down to the beach to see the turtles. With the minimal light, I managed to get these basic images. What an incredibly special time it was. The next day, I met up with some friends that came down to Ras al Hadd, took them on Platniers for a little bit of an adventure around the lagoon.
We're at the top of a little hill here. This is the main lagoon here in Ras al Hadd. We've just pulled up with the Platniers here on the beach. And we're just exploring the lagoon. It's actually quite amazing. There's mangroves this side. It's really, really pretty. And this lagoon actually is a lot bigger than you think it is. You could bring pretty big boats in here, no problem. It's really amazing.
Thank you for watching this episode. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, MyEpic Adventures by Luke Bassett.